Hello, everyone. Welcome to the D-pad. I'm Rick. This is... Oh, the background looks so much messier from the angle that I chose today. Welcome. We're checking out the... Oh, actually, I can... Can I... Oh, good. I can get rid of all of this shit right here. Fantastic. Always drives me nuts when... Oh, my God. No, I'm just trying to change the volume. Oh, this is always a whole thing. Welcome to our reaction video for the 2024 Summer Game Fest. Just going to do that. There we go. We'll figure it out afterwards if we have to mess with it at all. Oh, I don't know what that one just was. But yeah, welcome, welcome. It is time. Oh, how come? Oh, okay, there's a huge delay from when you guys type in the comments to when I see them. I don't know why. The latency is as low as it gets. Any big games you looking for? Man, I don't know, right? Because, like, I think the biggest ones that I'm, like, really excited about, I don't know whether we're going to see it here or during... I think we'd see it here more likely than the Nintendo Direct coming further on this month, but Dragon Quest III HD 2D, I really want to see that. I was low-key, like, internally hoping that there might be the possibility that they just do the entire Alfgard trilogy, and then those started spreading as possible rumors, and now I don't know what to expect with that. I'm really, really excited about just any Dragon Quest news at all, 3 or 12. Anything Mega Man related would be nice, but I'm not really holding my breath there. Capcom also usually has their own events these days where they do their bigger announcements. Let's see, what else? Hollow Knight Silk Song would be one. It seems very suspicious. I feel like we're more likely to see that at the Nintendo Direct for some reason, only because Nintendo, out of basically nowhere, just like was like, oh yeah, hey, Hollow Knight is free to play with this subscription for a little while. And it's like, that's interesting. Out of literally nowhere and right in the middle of game announcement season. So that's one I'm kind of hoping for. I don't know that I'm expecting to see any news about the Sonic franchise. It'd be nice to see something there, but I kind of feel like we're not going to be hearing anything this year. I think we've kind of gotten all the releases we're getting this year. I'd like to be proven wrong, but they've been kind of, churning out a lot of smaller projects, a lot of mobile projects in particular. Maybe they'll do another official, and maybe they'll do a release date announcement for Sonic Rumble. There's one other one that I was kind of thinking of, and I lost it. Oh no, what the hell was it? I don't know. So they advertise as coming to Game Pass on launch. Okay, interesting. Yeah, no, that would be a possibility too. The only reason I mentioned Nintendo is because they also went and did the thing there too, but I've heard to expect Dragon Quest HD 2D at Nintendo. Possibility for sure. I mean, considering it started on the NES or the Famicom back in the day, I'm really psyched that the 2020s have kind of given everybody a new appreciation of Dragon Quest with 11. It's a series that I've been in love with my entire life, and it's nice to see stuff kind of finally coming from there. I would love to see the middle of the franchise that has basically all been PlayStation and DS games. I would love to see them get re-released onto the Switch. 10 would obviously be one to that'd be great to finally get localized ever. It was a Japanese online game, but now there's an offline version, but they're still not localizing it. It's like, guys, come on. But yeah, 3 HD 2D or a full Alfgard trilogy HD 2D would be incredible. What else? Resident Evil. There have been murmurs about whether we're likely to see Resident Evil 9, Resident Evil 5 remake, or possibly a Resident Evil 1 remake, though that one seems like it's a little more on the back burner. Might be after one or both of the other projects there. Olive Garden trilogy. Oh, it is. When you're playing Dragon Quest, your family. Sometimes literally, actually, the heroes of all 5 heroes of the 3 Alfgard trilogy games are related. All 5 of them are related. So yeah, perfect. I'm gonna leave I don't know why the closed captioning's doing that. I guess because of the music, but I'm gonna leave that on just because it's easier. It's just nice to be able to have that there if I'm talking or if the volume dips all of a sudden. It's just easier to have that as an option. Other stuff. God, what would be like some weird... Oh, Persona 6. Persona 6 is one that people have been kind of wondering if we're going to suddenly see something about. The logo got like maybe leaked or something the other day. Maybe like a week or two ago at this point. I think everybody more or less assumed it was going to be green. I think, in fact, even in that anniversary packet pamphlet thing, there was like a noticeably empty green spot in the array of stuff there. But yeah, Persona 6 would be a really cool thing to see. And I don't know that I've heard that Sega's going to do any like special. Sega usually loves getting in on other big event things. They usually will, they did E3, they do Summer Game Fest, South by Southwest. They've even done a couple times, and they usually like doing that with Sonic specifically. So Sega and Atlas, I mean, it's very possible they could show up here. There were murmurs that there might be a Persona 2 remake coming, which is very interesting because I'm curious. I feel like if you're going to remake Persona 2, there are some creative ways that you could remake both Persona 2 games into a single game. You would probably need to play it twice, or the game would just wrap around and you play it one after the other or something. But I think there are some very interesting ways that you could go about remaking Persona 2. Oh God, it's like Innocent Sin, and I forget what the two subtitles are for it, because there was a PS1 game, and I think the other one was the other one? Yeah, the other one would have been, I think one was like PS1 was PS2 or something like that. I forget, but yeah, so curious what'll happen with that. God, what else? Innocent Sin. Oh, I was right with Innocent Sin. Fuck yeah, and Eternal Punishment. Yes. Sick. Oh, that's right. One of them, the funny one was it Innocent Sin came first, and that was the one that was only released in Japan. And the ending of that, in certain ways, I believe, creates a separate canon in which Eternal Punishment and then Persona 3, 4, and 5 and a couple of the spin-offs all take place in. And Eternal Punishment, I believe, did get a Western release, which must have really lost some of the effect compared with the Japanese audience that had a chance to play both games where it actually mattered. It's actually funny. It kind of reminds me of Kingdom Hearts Key and Unchained Key, where there's definitely the added benefit of having experienced the original and then experienced both games, not just one. But I don't know. It'd be very nice. I hope they do remake it. They don't just remake Eternal Punishment. I hope they do both of them so that Western audiences actually have a chance to get the full context. Yeah. I'm kind of curious, actually. I was talking with Sarah and Jeff about Kingdom Hearts and Unchained Key, and I was like, yeah, it feels really weird that they never really got around to making like an animated final mix thing for Unchained Key. And then I thought about it, it's like, yeah, but Unchained Key became Union Cross, and that connected with Dark Road, and that's still more or less active now. Like, it's only been a couple years since Union Cross got its last updates, so it doesn't make a lot of sense that they would, like, if they put out a 3.5 final mix one of these days that includes 3 and Unchained Key, Union Cross, Dark Road, Melody of Memory, that stuff all together, then I wouldn't be surprised if they did do a final mix, like, animated thing for that. Yeah. Did Dark Road finally just end? I know that Union Cross is in theater mode only, I believe. Dark Road, I believe, is playable, but it might be offline now. Like, it's no longer a multiplayer experience, but you can still play through the game itself or something. I'm trying to remember exactly how that worked. Because, yeah, that was a point of confusion when I was first figuring out how we were tackling the Key family of games in the first place. But yeah, I don't know. I think as the Kingdom Hearts logo appears, everyone loses their mind. It's just the new mobile game that's in beta. God, I really hope that they don't announce another fucking mobile game right now. They are finally winding down what is essentially an almost unbroken chain, haha, of 4 consecutive mobile games that all bleed into each other. I guess Dark Road maybe less so, but having it literally be the same app is kind of like, it does kind of feel like the 4 of them are all kind of mushed together. I hope they don't announce another one. I hope that they announce Kingdom Hearts 4. I would love Kingdom Hearts 4 to actually get a proper announcement. People were kind of wondering about that too. It's about a game that already exists. Wait, there's another one? Oh, Missing Link. Yes, I forgot about Missing Link. Yes. I thought that was also part of Dark Road, no? No, I know they already announced 4. I mean like a proper like here's a release date kind of deal, as opposed to the trailer we got 2-3 years ago. I forget when that was now. New mobile game is kind of Pokemon Go, but Kingdom Hearts. Okay. Interesting. Where are all the developers presenting here? That I don't know. I don't know if there's a list that's been made available. This show is supposed to be about 2 hours long. And Jeff Keighley has done the amazing PR of saying that people shouldn't get their hopes up too much and that it's going to be kind of a slow year. And it's like, dude, what are you doing? Kaylee? But it's just like, I guess we'll see how this goes. There we go. Oh, sick. E to M. So just all of them. Oh, no, come on. There we go.
Please,
that's the thing.
welcome to the stage, the
it is supposed to be kind of replacing E3, which makes the fact that, like, I think it said Keighley, which makes the fact that it's, like, not, you know, it feels like they're still trying to prove their reputation in some ways. All right, here we go. Yep.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest 2024. You ready to see some video games?
Wrap it up.
We are so thrilled to be here with you, and this is a showcase.
Oh, these are some slow captions. Uh-oh.
From the YouTube theater here in LA. Now, if you're watching this
okay,
show,
they're catching
first
up.
of all, welcome. I know everyone around the world is joining us for this special moment. And I know if you watch this show, you don't just play games.
We do not have a date for the
art
Nintendo
form
Direct yet. We
and
just
the
know that
health
it's
of this
sometime
industry.
in the month of
The
June.
good news is that we have
There's an
lot
Xbox
of
showcase on
amazing games to
Sunday
show you
afternoon
from
that I'm going to cover as
creators
well,
around the world
and
over the
I believe
next
Yacht
2
Club
hours.
Games is doing one next Friday that I'll probably take a look at also.
But let's also face it, this has been a tumultuous and difficult year with company layoffs and studio closures. Which
Oh my
have
God, he's
disappointed
actually fucking
all of
saying
us.
it.
But there's also something else happening. Our industry is
Let's not
evolving and changing.
gloss over
Thanks to
that,
digital
Jeff.
distribution, smaller teams and new creators are finding incredible success. Take a look at this list from Game Discover.
Honestly,
of the
pulling
top 10
Activision out
best-selling
of this
new games
more
on Steam so
seems fine
far
by
this
me.
year. 2 of them are considered, big company games, but the other 8 come from indie, mid-sized teams, or solo developers. I look at this list, it's pretty cool, right? And I get inspired that new ideas,
Maybe
new
we charge them
teams,
less
and
than $500,000
smaller
for
creators
their
can
time.
and will break through. It's a reminder to big companies that they have to treat their developers right, because today there are many paths to sustainability and success. And that's what makes this industry so great. And you'll see that reflected in the show today, because over the next 2 hours,
It'd be nicer if
we'll
they
have
didn't
big
have to
franchises
do
on
that to
stage
survive,
like Star
Jeff.
Wars, Batman, and Harry Potter, but also smaller titles, including a few games made by single individuals and first-time creators that we invited to be part of this show, because we think this platform is important as a way to show you new things that you might not even know about. So when you see a game that piques your interest, please wish list it, or even better, send it to a friend and get them excited.
Okay, you know what?
That's
I can
how we
appreciate this.
together
I
can
do
grow
appreciate
the
that he's
gaming community.
like
And
going
we
to
are
bat
gonna
for
do
the
that
indie
today
developers a little
over
bit
the next
here.
2 hours, as we have a lot of games to show you, plus Day of the Devs directly after with even more indie titles. So should we get to the games?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. It all begins
Yeah, this is
right
this is
now.
more than
Here's
I was
our
expecting
first
out of him. So,
announcement.
My hair also looks ridiculous. I just stepped out of the shower right before this.
Hot dog guy auditioning for the lead in unannounced action game.
We see you as more of a sidekick.
Oh sure, I get that a lot, but
Let's hear it for indie developers. All right, let's talk Lego.
Rage, empathy, oh hilarity. This guy, strength. And what game is this anyway?
Oh boy. Is this Lego Horizon? Oh dear. Oh, is this gonna be like PlayStation World's Lego Edition or something?
Is Aloy, an amazing video game lead.
Thunderjaw went mad and is tearing through the valley.
Don't worry, I'll bring it down.
Okay, I appreciate the little cutaways mimicking the actual in-game ones too.
And fire attack.
A lonely hero, hunting machines all by herself.
Hello, I have friends, you know.
Let's do this!
Right. A friendly hero, hunting with
Okay.
her pals.
Yeah, the subtitles are like 10 seconds behind.
Wow, what is this place?
Collecting all the shiny things.
Okay, so it does seem like it's just Lego
Making a
Horizon.
home.
If they gave us a swerve and made this a Lego Horizon, a Lego and Horizon and a Roller Coaster Tycoon
The Thunderjaw.
crossover, I'd be very impressed.
Ooh, that's a big one.
Oh yeah, no, she doesn't have enough. Her tits are not juicy enough for a Lego babe of 2024. Nobody.
Here you go. Woo, now you get a snack.
Oh, you want mustard on that?
Is that the bud? I'm good.
This is such a strange crossover to me.
Leave it.
I mean, it seems like fun. Lego is usually fun games, but
There
like
you go. Wasn't
bizarre
that fun? That was
crossover.
Lego Horizon Adventures coming out later this year for PlayStation, but also day one on PC and Nintendo Switch. It's a
Okay.
playful, lighthearted story inspired by the world of Horizon, designed with two-player action in mind, supporting couch and online co-op. All right, now we're going to completely shift the tone.
Yeah, that's a
to
pretty
the next
wide
game from
range there.
Torn Banner Studios, the developers behind Chivalry 2. For their next project,
Okay.
they are proud to announce No More Room in Hell 2, the sequel to the 2011
Oh, that's a real bummer for Hell
award-winning
2.
Source mod. 8 players start separate in the dark, and it's up to you to find your friends and survive with permadeath. Here is the first look.
Okay. I'm not familiar with this IP. Yeah, I think Lego fits well with Switch. Switch tends to have a I don't have any data off the top of my head for this, but I would imagine the Switch has a slightly bigger foothold for younger audience than Sony and Microsoft do with their consoles. All right. I will say I am glad that first-person horror has kind of made a resurgence. I feel like for a while it wasn't really a thing. I don't know if Resident Evil 7 was like the kickstart to get it back in there, but it seems like we have a lot more options for it. I think that's pretty good. Like first-person horror is the way that the genre was kind of meant to be played. Really, like it puts you in the in the role a lot better than over-the-shoulder or top-down isometric style stuff ever does. Yeah, horror I'm kind of hit or miss with. It really depends. Games that are designed to just flat out scare the player constantly don't really do a lot for me. Okay. This one seems at least interesting. I don't know. And yeah, zombies, like, it's one thing if you are a genre that is built on zombies to start with. Like Resident Evil, I feel like I can give a pass because the zombie or zombie-like things are just kind of what you expect from there.
Of course, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth last year when she was sitting in the audience. Well, this year she's joining us on stage. We're thrilled to have her with us. Please welcome Curious Joy.
What do we got?
Thank you, Jeff.
Yo.
Hi everyone, I am so excited to be here at Summer Game Fest. I'm here
Whoops,
with
they
you today
misspelled
to
it in
share
the
some
captions.
even more super fun trailers.
Amnesia I might
let's
be
get
down for
straight to
sometime. At
another
least the
world
first one.
premiere.
I don't know
This
if I
is a
would want to
highly
commit to
anticipated game
both.
from a beloved
Are there more than
franchise.
2?
Let's take a
A
look.
Machine for Pigs was the sequel, right?
As young witches and wizards, we all dream
That
of
house
soaring through the
immediately
sky
looked
like
like
our
Hello
favorite
Neighbor, and I was
heroes.
like, oh no.
When it comes to Quidditch, we've all wondered.
They're
do I
4
have what
now.
it takes
Shit, all
To be
right.
the next Quidditch star? To beat your toughest opponents?
It's extremely bizarre to me.
To keep your composure in the face of
Wasn't
adversity?
there even a criticism in the like books or movies that the sport doesn't make much logical sense,
To seek glory
and
for your
like
team.
it doesn't really work if one person can just win the entire game?
No dream is too big. So
Also, the level of injuries you must see
do you have the heart of a
in
Quidditch
this
champion?
would have to be absurd. Like, you think football injuries are bad? How about people that are I was gonna say there's at least been one other Quidditch game before, but like, you think football injuries are bad with pads and helmets and things? How about literally flying into each other at 30 miles an hour, 100 feet off the ground?
That's Harry Potter Quidditch Champions launching worldwide on September 3rd for consoles and PC. Now we move from the Potterverse to a brand new world. It hails from a single developer, Gavin Eisenbeis, up in Seattle, who has been making games all by himself for a decade. His last title, Choo Choo Charles, was a fan favorite, and he showed me this next game a few months ago, and I really
Choo Choo
wanted
Charles,
to review it here.
as in
Get
the
ready to backstab
in
Grace,
reference to Thomas the Tank
cooperate with
Engine.
up to 20 of your friends in Cuff Bust.
Sorry, what? Oh dear. Are you playing as koala prisoners? Oh, they're kind of mouse-ish. Okay. 420, 2069. Funny number. This is interesting. Aliens. Oh my god. I kind of dig this. If the idea is that it's a huge, you know, mostly cooperative, but I guess occasionally competitive thing, I can kind of get behind this. This seems like an interesting conceit for a game. Yeah, honestly, I would like this more if it wasn't aiming so hard at the haha, look at these cute creatures being vulgar and violent. Like, that stuff doesn't really matter to me much, but the overall conceit of the game is actually, like, kind of neat. Titties. Big'em tit'ems. Okay, that seems extreme. Prison bake. Yeah, this does seem like a pretty legit... I guess they did say up to 20 people, too. Yeah, this is... Alright, you know what? I like the idea of this game, but it's trying way too hard on the, like, adorable things being a piece of shit. It's like, you don't need that. The game looks interesting enough without that.
Congratulations, Gavin. So glad to have that.
That is
on
pretty rad,
stage.
though. One person making that is pretty
All
legit.
right, next one of this year's most anticipated games is Star
That's the
Wars
thing, it does feel a
Outlaws,
little-
coming out
yeah.
on August 30th from
Okay.
Ubisoft and
Yeah, Cuff
Lucasfilm
Bust.
Games, the first open-world Star Wars game where you live the life of a scoundrel. On Monday at 12 p.m.
Okay.
Pacific, you'll get to see a full gameplay
Yeah, it's not a good
showcase
name. Cuff
during
Bust is a little bit
Ubisoft's
tricky
forward
there.
event, streaming as part of the continuing Summer Game
Even
Fest
like
events.
Cuff Busters
But
would
right
kind
now,
of
we've
would
got an
seem a little bit
exclusive new
more.
glimpse at the game, just
Cuff
a
Bust
small
is a little
taste
bit tricky.
of what's to come.
What the world of gaming really needs right now is another open world game, so this is going to go well.
Let's raise the stakes, shall we?
Oh no, was that Lando? It was. Oh good, another Star Wars game that takes place in the only like 5-year time period that is ever allowed to have games anymore. When do we get another? When are we getting KOTOR again? Didn't they remake those recently, or like remaster them or something? Oh, thanks. Speaking alien dialect. Fuck yeah. Star Wars Galaxies.
Think guys spotted.
I don't know if I'm familiar on that
so
one.
great. And by the way, I'm just noticing everything we've shown you so far. I think is going to be coming
That's
out.
an interesting
this
seat
year, a couple months in the
layout.
future, but it's like,
Oh,
so
you know why?
cool
Because he's
that
on the
there's
far
stuff that
from
we're
this
gonna
angle, the
play in
left
the
side
next
of the
few months here.
stage.
All right, well,
I was like, why are
moving
they
back to smaller
diagonal?
Teams, a few weeks ago, I had a chance to play through this next game, and I have to say, it
All
is
right.
really spectacular. Neva comes from Nomada Studio, the creators of the Game Award-winning game Grease. It chronicles the story of
Grease is the
Alba,
word.
a woman bound to a
the
curious
place.
wolf cub. Here's
the
your
motion.
first ever look at the gameplay.
Grease is the way that we're feeling. Okay. Oh, Grease, G-R-I-S. Fuck yeah, this is going to look awesome. Grease looked absolutely beautiful. Grease being gray in a couple languages, actually, I think. Well, this is very pretty. I do I do appreciate that in the aftermath of the 2010s, where every game wanted to be like Hollow Knight and Limbo and all of those like really bloom filtered black and white games, that we're getting kind of the opposite of that now. We're getting these really vibrant but also moody sort of things going on. Weiss would be interesting. I think Grease or Gris is French for gray. So it'd probably like, I don't know if they'll stick with They did say Neva, I think, right? So I don't know how they're spelling that. Interesting. It's got some like pixely vibes to it in a couple spots, which is interesting given the art style is so smooth. It almost feels like Hollow Knight meets Ico. A little bit of Ori in there too. Neva. Okay. Sick. That looks awesome. That looks very cool.
Trust me, that game is such a
I think that's the
work of
first one that we've
artistry
seen where I'm
in
just like,
combat. It is tons
yes,
of fun
let's
to
do
play,
this.
and
All
there's
right,
much
sweet.
more coming later today in the
Yeah, it's always nice
development
to have
director
the little
after the
game
devs.
friends.
And
I have
this
played a
is
bit of
great.
Limbo.
So
I've never
lots
played
more for you.
Inside. Inside
Right,
was the other
next,
one I was
it's
thinking
time
of.
for our
Couldn't remember if that
next
was
game
an
announcement.
accurate one or not.
Study the past.
Oh, is this going to be?
Find the future.
Maybe not. There's a Prince of Persia roguelike happening, isn't there?
Working in these walls of time.
Let us all for death prepare, or on the last great journey fare.
This probably isn't that,
Let
but
me not then die ingloriously.
oh, is this going to be? I was going to say, is this going to be Civ? Would it be Civ 7, 6?
Let me first do some great thing that shall be told among men.
I think the
hereafter.
we seem to be moving through history a bit here. Civ seems likely. Less focus, like, I guess they are going through, like, industry and exploration, too. I was going to say, it feels like they, oh, hell yeah. Got a little John Henry in there. Well, that's a complicated image to put above a cityscape, guys. Yeah, there we go. Oh, I like that it started with the part of the Z that made it look like a 7. Fuck yeah. All right. I've never... the choir, it's got to be Sid Meier. I've actually never played a Civ game. I really got to fix that.
At Summer Game Fest. On behalf
Wow,
of the
holy shit.
practice team, we are thrilled to
I
finally
low-key
announce
wasn't sure if Sid Meier was still with
Civilization
us.
7 is coming day and date to PC and console.
I know.
Next year. I'm in awe of the amazing team that has brought us to this moment, but we also have to thank you, our incredible fans around the world, for your overwhelming support of this franchise.
We need
for
Sid
over
Meier
30
and Will Wright to like host a
We can't
podcast
wait
together
to
where they
share
just
more,
shoot the shit
and we hope you'll
about
join us later
classic
this summer
games.
for the full reveal
All the
of
classic
Civilization
simulator
7.
games.
In the meantime, stay civilized.
All right. What is this now? Yeah, the catchphrase is a little bit odd there. You have kind of a. Oh, is this? I hate to make this guess when it. Yeah, this has got to be a Journey to the West situation here. The vibes are too strong. Starring Andy Serkis. All right. Oh, God, it's been stuck in there all day. Fuck, that hurt. Oh, yeah. Monkey with a staff. What the hell? Okay. Black Myth Wukong. Seems like a very Shadow of the Colossus Journey to the West situation. All right. Okay. That was revealed already. All right. I had not seen that one yet, I don't think. Yeah, the little thing there, the little headbandy situation is also very Journey to the West. Yeah, this is the first I think I've actually heard about this one. Oh no. Oh boy, fishing episode. The best VR game ever made. Got some very Warcrafty vibes in there. Asgard's Wrath. Oh, the font is even extremely Warcrafty. All right.
Perhaps humans
Whoa.
were fated to build the monoliths, reaching heaven and returning with a gift. Stardust. But mankind was given more than it wished for.
Fancy address before I pinned on a mountain for 1,000
Not
years. Shit.
progress, but chaos. Every
Okay.
new height brings a terrible fall. And yet hope still glimmers.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that had to do with Asgard. That's a good point.
The unknown, like
Was that a...
flies. We die to live again.
Who's that little guy? Who's that little guy? We keep seeing the little guy. He looks like a halfway between a Moogle and a rabbit.
The smallest creatures show the greatest resilience.
Okay,
Wherever
okay.
we remain standing, we stand together.
Once human. Okay, I would like to know a little more about this one, but the vibes at least were pretty interesting. These parts, my brain just like, it just slides over my fucking brain wrinkles. Where it's just like, sick, let's have an NVIDIA commercial in the middle of this. And it's like, all right, man. Part of the treasure got from the Dragon Kings for scaring them shitless when he went down. As for weapon, declared all the weapons too puny. Ah, nice. That's always a classic, you know, show of strength and superiority. It's like, these suck. Give me something else. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, wait a minute, that's Warhammer, isn't it? 4-player co-op looter shooter. All right. I was gonna say, I recognize that giant shell casing of an armor anywhere.
All right, welcome back to Summer Game Fest. We've got some amazing developer guests joining us throughout the show.
All right.
I'm very excited to introduce our first guests. They
Who we
are
got?
legendary creators who are working on a brand new fantasy RPG, Metaphor, slated to launch this October. Please welcome the
An
director
RPG
and art designer.
is the name of it
Persona 3,
Metaphor, or are
4,
they
and
making a
5,
metaphor?
Katsura Hashino and Shikanori Shojima.
Oh shit. Hey. Oh. Sorry, I was catching up on the right, Metaphor. I do recognize the logo.
ありがとうございます。アトラスの橋野です。今日は副島さんと一緒にこのステージに立ててとても光栄に思ってます。
Speaking in a
Thank you,
global
everybody.
language.
It is
Thanks.
a pleasure to be here. My name is Hashino, and I am the director of Metaphor. It is a pleasure to be here with Mr. Soejima.
Oh, this is a cool way of doing it. I appreciate having the interpreter there personally, as opposed to someone that's just kind of like hanging out on the sides, or just doing a dub on top of them. I think it's nice to be able to just kind of let it breathe a little bit.
This game is an RPG in which the party members transform into their jobs, which we call archetypes.
Yeah, this struck me as being like Persona mixed with FF10-2. Oh god, I guess you could see an argument for like Final Fantasy 3 and 5 a little bit too.
力強さとオリジナリティを意識して描いています。その総数は40種類以上にも及び、経験を積ませると一部のアーキタイプは進化することもできます。
I feel like if
archetypes are the embodiment of power,
I guess
born
is
from
this
the will
being
to
done
face
by
your
Atlas,
fears and
or is this
anxieties.
folks who did
We
work
give
on
it our all to
Persona
instill
and
each and
they've
every
moved on to make their own
archetype with a feeling
studio?
of strength and uniqueness in
Because if
each of
that's
their
the case,
designs.
then like we may still see some
In
Persona
total,
stuff.
there
But
will be more
if
than
this is
40
Atlas,
types
there's
of
no way that
archetypes
we're going to be
available
seeing
in the
Persona
game.
6 also.
These archetypes can gain experience and even evolve. Some of them can evolve into stronger versions.
Okay, so it's if anything, it's almost kind of more like Persona mixed with like Final Fantasy Tactics, which is kind of rad.
ノウハウをすべて結集させて作っています。とても大きなボリュームの
Or I guess I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game, so I don't know how the gameplay compares between SMT and Persona. But
so we are pouring
yeah,
all
definitely it's like
of our
Persona
expertise
mixed with
into this game to make it as
FF10-2 mixed
exciting
with
as
Tactics,
possible.
which is pretty
In
rad.
fact, we've even brought our latest
Persona teams
trailer
break from
today, which
Persona.
centered
It is
around the
actually
topic
Atlas.
of these
Okay. If
archetypes.
that's the case, then yeah, I
Thank
don't
you
think we're
very
going to see
much, and we
Persona
hope
6
you
and
enjoy it.
this. So Persona 6 might be something that gets saved for another day or even hell next year.
Inherited heroic virtues deep within us.
That dude looked a lot like the Persona 3 protagonist.
We oppress. We fight.
Okay.
A great evil flows through this land.
Studio Zero.
You have found a way
So is
to
Atlas just
wield true
publishing
magic.
it then? This does look rad as hell. It does seem like between like somewhere in the Persona 5 SMT 5 area they really stepped up their game with presentation.
Remind people that the same powers lie dormant within them.
On guard!
You must acquire more archetypes.
Sorry, did that say
and
Hulkenberg?
bring them together.
I think it said Hulkenberg.
How's this? Gower! No holding back!
All right, this looks pretty fun.
Acquired a most interesting power, an archetype whose existence was only theoretical. You wield power now.
Jeez. Oh, there's some cool shit going on here. All right. Very cool. That's pretty rad. All right.
Such an honor to have Hoshino and Shojima with us on
Yeah,
stage.
that's pretty
Thank
sick.
you guys, and for that deep look at the archetypes, such stunning visual designs. Now we're going to jump into the Arkhamverse. Batman Arkham Shadow
Oh
is
boy.
a MetaQuest 3 exclusive
That's a
VR game
rougher
coming
that's a
later
rougher
this year.
pitch
As Batman
today than it was
faces a new
like, I don't know,
threat,
8
the
years ago.
mysterious Rat King and his cultish devotees. Here's your first look at the story trailer for Batman Arkham Shadow.
Okay. Now, when in the midst of that whole franchise does this even take place?
The only light left is from the fire in the streets.
They're really trying to hide as much as they can in the backgrounds there.
Everything that was once good.
Oh, is that gonna be the rat catcher?
Fear is their weapon. But they're not the only ones who can use it.
Or Rat King, okay. Oh boy, nothing like Commissioner Gordon turning into a big prick.
The Rat King will stop at nothing to destroy my city. How far will I go to destroy him?
Okay. Yeah, not interested in any of the VR stuff, to be honest. It's still so prohibitively like expensive and unapproachable in so many ways. Okay. No, it's not. It's not Kevin Conroy is dead, so that's definitely not Kevin
I'm
Conroy.
looking forward to heading
It did
back
sound like
to
they
the
were trying to do
Arkhamverse.
an impression of Kevin Conroy, though.
It is time to update fans on a legendary fighting game franchise.
Yeah, we really got to. Next one of these,
that
I definitely have to
includes
get you
me.
guys on Discord
Because
for it.
I have been a fan of this series ever since one of its first iteration and have been playing each one ever since. So, let's check it out.
All right. Oh, oh my God, where's my fucking head right now? It's not, yeah, I was gonna say it's not King of Fighters. Hell yeah, new Fatal Fury. Actually, King of Fighters spun off from Fatal Fury, didn't it? I was like trying to fucking remember his name, and I'm like, who is he? He's in Smash. How am I not doing this? When is the last time we got a Fatal Fury game? Oh, interesting. Well, that looks almost more like Sigma than it does M. Bison, but... Oh, what the fuck? What? What? I'm very confused on the M. Bison front, but that's pretty cool that he's technically dead after 5. Okay. It's cool they're bringing Terry Bogard in, though. Uh-oh. Well, this is going to be complicated. Tears of Metal. Oh no, Lavos attacked. Yo man, if this is an entire game about the Scots rebelling against the English Empire or the British Empire, I don't know, that seems fun to me. Oh, well, okay. Okay. I'm shipping out to Boston. Oh. Which is wrong for a number of reasons. I'm pretty sure Dropkick Murphys are more leaning Irish than Scottish, but regardless. Roguelike co-op hack and slash. Tears of Metal. Right. Seems interesting enough. Definitely has a unique look to it, which is more than I can say about a lot of games that we've seen in recent memory. Oh yeah, isn't there supposed to be some Budokai thing going on?
This will be when the true battle begins.
Sparking Zero, that's right. Oh. Games Cage has got to be losing his fucking mind right now. Yeah, there was some mention of Sparking Zero in the last like week or so. I've never gotten into the Dragon Ball fighting games. I'm always surprised at how many of them there are. Which, like, it makes enough sense. Like the whole premise of Dragon Ball is reliant upon the fights, but oh, don't touch him like that, man. What was that little floating in from the side? Okay. Suffer by R-A-T-H, Wrath. Oh, God. All right. Cool. Interesting. So it doesn't have Budokai or Budokai Tenkaichi anywhere in the title, but it's considered part of the Budokai.
We got your release date for Sparking Zero, October 11th. Now we step into the world of Delta
All right.
Force Hawk Ops, a free-to-play tactical shooter
Devil
available
Force
to play
Hawk
on all
Ops?
platforms. Here's a look at their multiplayer FPS extraction mode.
Delta Force Hawk Ops.
Team, rally up. We've got a new mission.
Uh.
Operation Lightning Strike. The situation at zero damage.
Operation Lightning Strike. Very, very creative name.
Between Havoc Core and Alsara Guard. It's time to take action. Objective. Collect and decode the Manu Brick located at the tourist center at the south.
It's honestly kind of wild just how much seeing
stealth insertion.
seeing anything camo just turns my brain off completely.
We're in position.
Looks like someone beat us to it. We need to pick up the pace.
Clean the balcony. On your mark. Go, go, go.
Yeah, so I will say from the Summer Game Fest, there's been a bunch of this has already been we're half an hour in and it's already significantly better than Sony's State of Play. Like way the fuck better. There's a bunch of stuff in here that I'm like, okay, sick, I would check this out. I would need to see a list of I used to like write down the games as we went through them to keep track, and maybe I should do that again, but yeah, I see the camo uniforms and I'm like, fucking who cares?
That's all for mission briefing. The drill is over. Operation commences. Good luck.
Cool, I guess. I don't know.
But that is not all. The game's premium campaign mode, Black Hawk
Giant
Down,
enemy
is a
crabs.
reimagining of the original game that is also fully licensed to recreate moments from the award-winning Ridley Scott movie. Here,
What?
we'll
Wait.
our first look at that gameplay.
Wait, what? There's a movie that's related to this? Was Delta Force... Okay, now we need to look this up.
Why are they burning tires? RPG! Hold on!
There's a series of action movies. Oh boy, there's a lot going on here. There was a series of Chuck Norris movies. Gonna go ahead and assume that that's not what we're looking at here. So what the fuck was the Ridley Scott thing then?
And now, I have an update for you on Fatal Fury: City of the Wolves.
Oh, so we have Fatal Fury also.
For real this
All
time.
right. I don't see anything in Ridley Scott's filmography that even remotely resembles Delta Force as like a name or anything. So I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Oh, Black Hawk Down. Gotcha. Which is interesting because yeah, there's the Delta Force Black Hawk Down video games also. It's so confusing. Well, that caption was early. This is I'm digging the vibes on it. I can appreciate. I feel like Street Fighter 6 went this direction as well, like a similar direction in terms of like, what if we just stylize the shit out of everything? You don't fuck your game. Do not fuck your game. Do we even still get Halo games anymore? I get that it's just Microsoft's shorthand because Master Chief is functionally their mascot, but when was the last actual new Halo game that came out? And is Master Chief even in them anymore? I thought he died like twice. Halo Infinite was 3 years ago. And that seems like that was basically the only one since 2015 that would have mattered for him. Okay, is this a fighting game? I don't recognize this. Got some very mythical vibes to it. This is actually Hades 2. Okay. She looks familiar and I cannot place it. Okay. Oh god, is that meant to be Poseidon? This guy's got a vaguely Hades-ish vibe to him. Artemis. And just a Cyclops, just in general. 'Cause the first one was a Minotaur there, yeah. Oh, I think I would have liked this more if it kept the hand-drawn style, to be honest. Lops. That's cute. Oh, Ares. Okay, that makes sense, too. Why does she have 8 times more hair in that shot? I don't really know. I didn't see what did they call her fully Poseidon or they call her like Posey or something? Gumdums. Okay. Mecha-based combat. What makes combat mecha-based, other than just that it happens to be a mecha? I feel like that's not really that's not like a real term. Summer closed beta test coming. They haven't even said the name yet. Mecha Break. Thank you.
We're back here at Summer Game Fest, and that was a look at Mecha
I don't think you're going to get a
Gurren
Lagann. Gurren Lagann. I always heard Gurren Lagann game now that Studio Gainax is shutting down. Oh, Blumhouse.
Incredible horror films over the years, like Get Out, Megan, and last year's Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, now Blumhouse is entering the video game world in a big way.
Six Nights at Freddy's. Yeah, but I don't like when video games advertise, we made these movies, by the way. And it's like, yeah, but it's not how games work. Oh, boy. Rated M. Crystal, what? Oh, I didn't.
Vengeance will take shape.
Okay, I'm getting like cross between Resident Evil and like Bio. Was it fucking Habbo Hotel? What? Oh, these are multiple games. Jesus. Okay. I thought that they were showing off one game.
I cannot sleep. I must not sleep. I am terrified to sleep.
Why do we have Sleep Awake and Eyes Out on the two sides? Are they one game, two games? What is happening?
If any ghosts actually show up, I'll protect you.
I'm so confused right now. Okay, on the right is the company. That makes sense now.
Just go home, Viv. Amy!
The local police department asked me to help with a case. Why would they need a game designer? It should have some developer mode.
Okay, this one seems like it's leaning off of oh shit, I can't remember. There was a series of, or maybe it was actually a single video. It might have been called like the Developer or something. That was a guy who was digging through an old. There was a game designer who died, and so a guy was going through all of her design things and talking about the game, like, oh, the game development process and all these things, and kept like kind of going, oh, this is kind of incomplete, so I fixed it and finished it, and like the whole premise was about like the you know, if it's okay to kind of reinterpret things and claim the original authorship and things like that. Like it's complicated. I'll have to find what it was. I don't remember the name of it.
Hey guys, so we got ourselves a full slate there. That's incredible. So Jason, tell us
Slightly
about,
confusing
why did you want to get
presentation there.
like
I don't think they actually said they were talking multiple
well,
games.
We've been very, very busy. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having us. Thank you guys all. Great to hear the fans out there.
I do appreciate
you'll
Blumhouse
all be
as
very
just
happy
an
to
art house
know
in general.
we're
It seems like they are
working
very
at
focused
this
on actually just
very
making
minute
good stuff.
on the sequel of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's coming. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay.
Anyway,
Interesting.
horror is, to my great relief, getting more and more popular. Our movies are working. It's working on streaming. It's working in live events. And we wanted to try and take our approach.
It is very funny that the entire Dark Universe thing consisted of a failed two separate failed launches, and then a third with the Mummy, and then they just kind of gave the rights to the Invisible Man movie over to Blumhouse, and that one was actually one that people were like, "Oh, fucking finally!"
Scariest things they can and put them into really.
I'm sure. Yeah,
cool
I'm sure they're not.
games.
I mean, they're not quite like A24 levels of like craft and care, but still pretty good stuff generally speaking.
Games there. What can you tell us about kind of the overall lineup of games?
Well, as you just saw from our slate, our horror games are a lot like Blumhouse movies.
Turn up her mic.
Many different flavors of fear, which means there's a horror game for everyone. So maybe you're a fan of nostalgic 90s experiences with a bit of a twist, intense first-person shooters, or maybe, Jeff, you just want some bonus murder in your otherwise very cozy farming sim. I think, as horror fans, we know that there are so many different subgenres to explore, and our independent development partners, they feel the same, and they're just as excited, which means we've got psychological nightmares, we have supernatural scares, we have cosmic horror, and our team has worked really hard to work with global, creative, talented partners, and that means for us that we really want to, as we're working in indie projects,
You got this. You got
which means
this.
that we can take risks. We can be flexible, and really we can push the limits of what's possible in scary
All
storytelling.
right, decent recovery.
So
Decent recovery on that.
Yeah, no, it looks awesome. All the stuff you
Not
have
everybody.
there.
Not everybody has stage presence. I
when
get
games are coming out, but some of these are
petrified,
coming soon, Jason, right? We
like
got a good slate.
prepping to actually step
PC
onto
and
stage for
console,
stuff. It
and,
like.
I
can never
we wanted to start with not just
blame
one,
someone
we wanted to
for
start with a few
like
games.
having that
So,
freeze.
you want to tell us about those?
Yeah, so Fear the Spotlight is our first release coming
We're
this
about
year,
45
and it really
minutes
hits
in
our
right
mission
now.
statement.
We've
It's
got
an amazing
probably
90s
about
horror experience.
75 minutes
It's
left
got
to go.
great characters, a compelling narrative. It's also super creepy, and I think people will be big fans of it,
Super
even if
creepy.
you're not normally into horror. And quickly, actually, Fear the Spotlight is getting its first trailer as part of the Day of the Dev showcase, so stay tuned after the show.
Directly after. Awesome. Well, I know this is just the start, so we'll probably be seeing you in future years with more from Blumhouse Games. But guys, what do you think of the slate?
Yeah,
Pretty
I would
amazing, right?
far prefer a game developer to
Jason,
actually
Luis,
come up there
thanks
and
so
speak
much
their
for being here on
minds
Summer
and
Game.
speak
Thank
from
you,
the heart
guys.
than just
All
yet
right.
another like, oh, sick, we got
And now
Shaq
here's
to
the
come
world
out. Like,
premiere of a brand
okay.
new Power Rangers game with a retro feel.
Interesting. There's a lot of shit going down over the Power Rangers IP in general, and especially its American kind of figurehead. Don't love the art style. The outlines are very thick. Okay, this is more like it though. This feels very much like the old Super Nintendo Genesis era games. Oh, only a matter of time. Are we fighting a Rita from the future? Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Hey, they had the green cart there too. That's fun. I assume that the green/white ranger has to be a character you can unlock in some way. Ooh, holy shit. Oh, fuck. Okay, there's some cool shit going on here. Damn. Whoa, alright. Because, like, alright, I liked the Ninja Turtles game. Rita's Rewind. Fun. I liked the Ninja Turtles game, but it was enough that I was like, alright, this is fun. It kind of evokes back to, like, the Super Nintendo era, Turtles in Time, that kind of thing. But this is much more like, okay, we start that, and then we're just going to, like, blow it the fuck up. So, yeah, that's probably one that we're going to have to check out. Oh, sick. Sweet Tooth Season 3? Alright. that deer's name isn't like Bucky or something, I'm gonna be very sad. Looks like it plays as a multiplayer evening. Yes, it absolutely does look like that. This is another game that's got some like Ico vibes to it. Watch out, it's Morpho Night. Don't touch it. Oh. Oh no, the malice got him. Oh, growing up. Oh man, so we got little inklings of Monster World 4 in here. Okay, so this is another one of those metaphor games because the boar keeps getting bigger. It's gonna turn into Calamity Ganon at the end here. I misread that as Deep Boy, and I was a little worried. Deer and Boy. Okay.
What a beautiful game, Deer and Boy, which comes from first-time developer Jason Houdet in Paris, who started that project alone in 2020 during the pandemic and now has a team of 8 helping him realize his vision with financial
Game with a realistic depiction of a panic attack. Hey, you know, if they that is a metaphor that I would actually get behind. I feel like that's one that doesn't get done much and doesn't get done very accurately either. I saw someone talking about the Puss in Boots movie that came out recently. That recently-ish. They were like, "Oh my God, finally someone gets like a panic attack pretty right."
The best laid plans of men.
Dave, I think you mean Kingdom Come Again.
Man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls.
Deer and Boy, I don't hate that title, but it definitely comes from the era of like minimalist game titles. Likewise, I get kind of exhausted by games that just have numeric titles, especially these days.
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Father, there are many sinners in this world.
Whoa.
But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done.
You had too much sex. Flah!
But lacked the courage to do.
The last time I
More like Kingdom Don't Come.
I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Kiss our asses!
God, is this retribution for my sins?
To the task!
Only comes once, unless you wait 15 minutes. Oh, Jesus is gonna fuck in this game.
Come on!
And on and on and on.
To the fucking task.
Hey, closed captions, that's not what he said. Oh, close enough.
Next, we step into the dark mind of Silent Hill creator Keiichiro Toyama-san. Back in 2021, we announced his new game, Slitterhead, at the Game Awards, and now we're giving you a look at the gameplay from his independent, Tokyo-based studio.
Oh, it was Slitterhead. I thought it was Slenderhead. Horror's hot right now. It's really kind of taken off. I think in the pandemic, it really kind of the isolation kind of drove that in a lot of the designer and developers kind of minds in terms of like what to go after. Beautifully rendered though. I mean, it's scuzzy, but that's intentional. Like it's very well rendered scuzzy. Ew, he had a bad night. Gross. He was in Kingdom Come Again. Yeah, this is weird. What was the game where you play as a bunch of like as you go bounce between people and cameras and shit? Ew. 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 Big farming. Yeah, there was that Nintendo Direct where like every other game was a farming and life simulator. Was it Messiah? So Messiah is the game that the Roblox oof comes from, but that was like 1994 or something. I'm talking a little more recent than that. I'm talking like late 2000s. I think it was. I mean, I guess Watch Dogs. That's not the one I'm thinking of, but it's got I get a little bit of that too. It's one where you literally like you go into either cameras or people's like heads, and then you need to see someone with a line of sight, and then you bounce into their head instead. Messiah was 2000? Was it really? Shit. I don't remember if there was hacking. I say as limbs are oh, okay, weird. Mind Jack. Maybe. Maybe Mind Jack. Square Enix. There's a decent chance this is the one I'm thinking of. I don't know, though. Oh boy. Sure, I'm glad we get the look of this fucking vagina-headed potato.
That's what I call a dramatic entrance.
Uh-huh.
There's a reason why I'm called Killer Bean. It's because I'm good at what I do. Really.
This is cringe as fuck.
Good.
Oh, please, let this drag out for 10 more minutes.
I used to be an assassin for the Shadow Agency. An international organization powerful enough to shape the world. Until they lied to me and tried to kill me. Now, I'm gonna destroy them.
Oh yeah, it's super funny.
You're the gosh darn idiot who wants to take down the Shadow Agency. Well, it is sure nice to meet you. Before you die.
It's funny because he had a butt. Oh my fucking god. It costs like $100,000 per minute of these fucking things. They spent so much money on this game and so much money on this trailer, and fucking nobody is going to buy this. Holy shit. Wow, the crowd goes mild.
A third-person roguelike shooter.
Jesus
made by another
Christ.
Single developer, believe it or not, right here in Los Angeles.
Oh,
Jeff
sick.
Liu,
One person
who's
spent
the orchestrator
$100,000 on that
Matrix
trailer.
Reloaded.
Yikes.
So fun. It's amazing what can happen in this industry. All right, to introduce their brand new game.
Extremely charitable follow-up there, Jeff.
Studio in Montpellier, France. Audrey Laprince and Emmerich Toa.
Hello, Jeff, everyone. I'm very happy
Hello.
to be here. When we created our studio, Emmerich and
Something
I,
about
we
her outfit
promised
makes
each
her look
other
like she went into a
to
character
always
creator,
come
and
up
someone
with
at the end just went,
something new.
"Meh."
So after Fury
Like,
in Haven,
but to
we're
the
here to
outfit, not to
introduce our new
her.
game, Cairn, a
Like, she looks
survival climber.
fairly like average sized,
When I was
but
a
her
teenager,
outfit is like,
I
what if we
went
take
back
the
to
four
an
corners and just go
expedition to
bing,
Mount
and we turn you into more of a
but half of his
pillowcase?
team didn't come back. And I've always wondered, why do alpinists risk their lives in such extreme conditions?
Oh my god, are we gonna get
This is
a
something
fucking
we
Mount
wanted to
Everest
explore, in
climbing simulator?
Cairn is a game about what it takes to go beyond your limits.
Sorry,
You
they did
climb
not
a
call this game
mountain
Karen.
to reach a summit never reached before. And the climbing gameplay is the challenge. It's very intense and realistic.
I need to know the name of this game now.
You and the mountain.
Cairn. Okay,
And what you're
okay.
going to see in the
The
trailer
pronunciation, I'm
is
just
not
like,
from
please tell me
cutscenes.
they did not somehow
It's
name
the
this fucking
actual
game
climbing
Karen.
gameplay.
Cairn, alright.
You can see more later today.
Yeah,
during
people
the
need to
other
stop
devs, but now let's
fucking
have a look.
climbing Mount Everest. It's getting pretty absurd, and a lot of Sherpas are fucking dying too, because there are just lines of thousands of fucking people at this point. It's pretty bad. Seems like an irresponsible way to fling your tools around. I actually would love if this game is straight up just climbing. I actually would mad respect this if it is a mostly like ethereal and atmospheric game where you just straight up climb. I actually kind of dig this. It seems very zen in some ways. Yeah, I'm digging this. I actually like this a lot. I don't know why I'd want to climb up that little narrow thing there. So one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen in a movie, and like I try so hard to not like make a scene at all when I go to see a movie. But I saw Vertical Limit when I was a kid. Or younger. I forget exactly when it came out, but I went to go see it, and at the very beginning of the movie, you have these two characters who are brother and sister, and one of them, like, they start to fall, and the only way one of them can be saved is if the other one is if she cuts off her brother's I forget which character. If one cuts off the other person from the line, and they refuse, so the person who's at the bottom just takes out their knife and cuts it. And it's meant to be super dramatic, but then you get this like this wide shot of the snow, and they just and I burst out laughing so fucking hard. I don't know why. It just seemed fucking funny. Something about it was so absurd in the presentation that I could not stop laughing. And I was... I'm sure the other people in there hated me. I'll have to see if I can find the scene online at some point. It's right at the beginning of Vertical Limit.
Sometimes I'll just sit on a bench and do absolutely nothing.
Cozy games.
It's not fighting, but it's peaceful.
Yeah, it seems very charming.
Is that I actually feel good. I'm happy. I can stop running now.
Yeah,
I think. Stop. I can stop.
Uh-oh.
I can stop running. This is good for me. I need to enjoy this. I feel good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Huh. I like this. That's pretty rad. I will admit I like the fact that was it Bolo, whatever the other guy's name there, had like text box on there. Because in my mind I'm just like, hey, it'd be kind of interesting if there was a game where your playable character is visibly from a different genre and just kind of interacts with the world completely differently from everybody else. That was cool. I like that. That was actually kind of neat.
Turn your thoughts inward and focus on your shade.
There we go.
Do you feel it?
Shifting in position.
Your progress is impressive lately, Aruna.
These are incredible.
They called themselves the Sahin. 9 among them were chosen and shielded from death.
The Unknown 9. Does this have anything to do with why Vincent is here?
Humanity has lived for eons at the mercy of the Nine. It's time we took control of our own destiny.
Okay, all right.
Why are you so interested in Vincent, anyhow?
He killed someone I loved.
This is a genre that wouldn't normally interest me all that much, but being able to draw from a different like cultural background definitely like adds a lot here.
You're wrong. This is exactly where I'm meant to be.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. And yeah, I feel like South Asia does not get nearly enough representation in Unknown 9 Awakening. Okay.
Place.
Vincent found something down there.
All right, cool. That seems fun. Remind me a little like a Tomb Raider kind of vibe too.
I finally have something.
something that I want to protect.
Okay.
I'll steal your heart. and
Monster
make you
Hunter. Is the only way they were like, we're gonna spend like $38,000 and we're not spending another cent. What is this music choice right now? Oh, this is Capcom just shove it all in there real quick. As a pointy man. Oh no, you're bleeding ichor. Okay.
taken form walks into my great hall.
Conquistadors? It's like a French Bloodborne. Spanish, French, Iberian Bloodborne. Why is he so big?
On guard. To your greatest final chapter.
Is he a jester? What's happening here? Oh, that was him pulling off his face. Man, We Happy Few looks real different now. Okay.
There is but one certainty in the cosmos.
This game's gonna be called like fucking Masquerade or something. Nope. All right, sure. I'm so glad that we're seeing DLC before we see actual gameplay.
We're back
That's
here live
great
for more Summer
for
Game
gaming.
Fest. The first Descendant, powered by Unreal Engine 5, is a next-gen looter shooter with dynamic cooperative gameplay, including a grappling hook mechanic. It is
Sorry,
finally
looter
set for
shooter just
release,
also
and we're
turns my
very
brain
happy
off.
Here to debut the new trailer and the reveal of the release date.
Oh boy. Is that? Oh my god, I've forgotten the name. Not Foo Fighters. Who did Yoshimi? Battles of Pink Robots. Flaming Lips. I think, unfortunately, 3D platformers are such a simplistic game design concept that no one wants to take a risk on them anymore. Which is a real bummer. Yeah, good music. Yeah, it's... Oh, they might be giants. I missed that before. It sounds Flaming Lipsy, but... I guess it does. I don't know. I mean, they're doing a good job of blending the diegetic sound effects of the game in with the music backing, which is fun. But like, this is doing nothing for me as an ad, though. Oh, you're talking Penny's Big Breakaway. Yeah, that one looks rad as hell. Okay. This is the part where we zoom in and they say Sora as a tear runs down their eye, right?
That looks awesome. The first
I
Descendant
guess.
will be available across PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam. Wishlist
It just
is
doesn't really
out
do
and
anything
prepare
for me.
the
I don't know.
release
I
on
think
July 2nd.
ads
And
for a
now,
genre that I'm
please
already not
welcome
thrilled
two
with that
developers
don't
whose
actually
hit
show
indie
any of the
game, Among
gameplay
Us,
just roll
took the
right
world
off of
by
me.
storm in a couple game awards. From Inner Sloth, here are Victoria Tran and Forrest Willard.
Victoria Tran, that name is very familiar. And Phyllis Diller.
What's up, gamers?
Can you believe?
Yeah,
they
we didn't
just
get much of a
let us
story out of
be
it
on this
either. That's a
stage
very
with
good
no
point.
chaperones? Like,
I know. Can we announce something totally fake?
That's the other thing too. It comes out in
Us 2?
4
Among Us
weeks.
3?
It's like show us
4?
some fucking
well,
gameplay.
turns out we actually have something very real we wanted to present to you all today. There's been so many great indie games in recent years, but it's also been no secret that it's kind of a rough time in the industry. Some devs don't really get the chance they deserve, so we thought we could help out a little bit. That's why we're excited to announce our side project, Outer Sloth, an indie game fund we made that offers the kind of deals we would have wanted back in our less popular Among Ye days.
This is our way of saying
That's pretty
thank
cool.
you to our crewmates, players, peers, by helping some games and devs have the funding and freedom needed to ship their games. And then we all get to play them, which was the real plan. I really want games. Outer Sloth
It's always
is our
nice
passion
when we can get
project
games
and
that don't
dream
take
for a
8 years to
better,
come
more
out.
sustainable industry. We are really excited and incredibly nervous to reveal it here and show you the current lineup of games we've managed to fund because
All right.
of you. And don't worry, Jeff, it has your favorite, a ton of world premieres. Enjoy!
All right, down for this. Let's see what we got here. Yes. All right, what do we got here? Sick. All right, here we go.
I'm Ian from Shape Shop, and you may already be playing our first game, Mars First Logistics.
Okay. Very Lego-y kind of.
We're Trinket Studios, creators of Battle Chef Brigade, and this is our card battler RPG, Battle Suit Aces.
Oh boy, that was a lot of different game types altogether.
And we're making the Marsfield Archives, a game about building and exploring connections.
Hi, we're Midnight Munches. We just
One-button
released
bosses.
a
This is
demo
one that
for
I've actually got my eye
one-button
on.
bosses, or boss rush game with a single button to press and a ton of bosses to beat.
I really want to check that one
I'm
out.
Husband, game director at Huscrofts, and this is Rogue Eclipse, our epic spaceflight action roguelike, where you'll have
Okay.
to customize and master your starfighter.
Oh no,
take on
Jeff just came.
merciless armadas, and vanquish a fleet of colossal super destroyers.
Spacefaring roguelike is his secret keyword.
Hi, I'm Eka, creative director.
Yeah, there it
of
is.
Rogue Games, makers of Thirsty Suitors and Falcon Age. In our new game, explore the world in an upgradable mech and cook up tasty dishes for local communities. Fight off corpos, discover new dosa recipes, and reunite with your strange
About the
loved
one
ones
good
for
thing
one
to come
last
out of
meal.
Cyberpunk
Project Dosa is a game about
2077
life, death, love, and
is
food for the
corpos being an out-of-pocket slang. All right, I mean, some interesting stuff in there. One button.
Thanks, Victoria and Forrest.
One button
Those
boss is
all look
definitely the one that I'm
fantastic,
just like,
and I
oh
cannot
fuck
wait
yeah.
to play them. But all of those amazing indie games aren't the only thing coming out of Inner Sloth. Did you know that there's going to be an Among Us TV show?
I did hear about this.
Sounds like you did. Yes,
I'm a
there's
little
going to be an Among Us
confused how
TV
that works
show.
conceptually.
Check out this sneak peek.
Oh boy. Yeah, how does this work as a TV show? Okay. What the fuck? Well, that is an awful lot of names there. A bunch of Mad TV alums in there, among others.
Up next, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations.
All right, so that is the official way to pronounce it, Sonic X Shadow.
A definitive greatest hit collection of 3D and 2D levels from Sonic and Shadow's history.
I think I mentioned before, I don't
for a
think we're going to be
glimpse of
covering
Shadow's
this right when it
brand
comes
new
out because
powers
we
and
literally
gameplay from
haven't
the
even made it to the
standalone
original
campaign,
Sonic Generations
as
yet.
well as the official
Nor
release date
even all of the games that are referenced in Sonic Generations. We played the original Sonic Generations back in like 2012, but not for the Supersonic Let's Play. I remember this asshole. It is interesting to do the red and black version of the like Generations era. I guess kind of forces too. Backgrounds we got there. The Time Eater. In fact, actually, we used some of the footage from Sonic Generations. I think even maybe from our Let's Play of it when we announced the Supersonic Let's Play. This does look like a much cleaner version of Sonic Generations. Not that Sonic Generations was like all that bad, but this does seem like it sharpened it up quite a bit. There's some Sonic 06 in there, it looked like. Which, I mean, there was some of that in the original Sonic Generations also. Alright, we got some Sonic Unleashed. Oh, that's different. The fuck was that? We're just gonna gloss over that, huh? The Terios skin. Oh, that's funny. Terios was Shadow's original name during early development, and I guess the Scar Eye was also part of the concept art.
In the upcoming online survival game Dune Awakening from Funcom, there is one small decision that unleashed a chain of events which set the stage for the story the player will experience. Let's find out for the first time what that is.
Is this a game that does time travel branching? We've gotten a lot of those lately too.
Never happened. One where I, Paul
Oh shit! It's
was never born.
It's a Team America World Police version of Sebastian Stan.
I created the future until it created me. But I see a narrow way, a path that might have been.
This is Dune does Age of
What
Calamity.
if my mother had obeyed her orders and given birth to a girl? Everything would change.
What the fuck?
Dr. Yue exposed before his betrayal. A world where my father lives. House Atreides surviving the Battle of Arrakeen. Sardaukar deployed to protect the spice melange.
The only way to save my family is to transition in the
War
womb.
of assassins spreading across the planet.
Or, I guess if we're gonna look at it that way, to not transition in the womb. If any, so biologically, boys are born after having kind of changed over. Babies are default female in the womb and become male.
All of my visions lead to horror.
Yeah, something about that rendering is very Team America World Police.
This one.
House of Atreides. Yeah, this seems like this can only, like, if you're not familiar with Dune, this is both going to not make sense and also spoil Dune.
More Dune Awakening coming at Gamescom ONL in August. Now it is time to see the announcement of another new game from a brand new development studio.
It's pretty sick that we got Virtual Insanity's music video playing in the background throughout this entire event. Okay. Too much movement. What's happening? I don't... Oh, God, it's so fucking stylized. I mean, it might be. I feel like we're whipping around so fast, it's hard to focus on anything. Oh, no. Oh, I used to know what those are called. What were the Ghost in the Shell, the little round robot? It had a very cute name. Oh, God, I'm getting fucking whiplash here. They were like little spider bots. Oh, my God. Wait a second.
To tell us more about Battle
Tachikoma.
Aces and show you the gameplay.
Yes,
here's
Tachikoma's
David
there,
Kim
yes.
From Uncapped Games.
Thanks, Jeff. So Battle Aces is the RTS game for everyone. It's for players that are brand new to RTS as well as RTS veterans. We
3
really
letters
want
that
to
just
bring the core
completely
fun
just
of
like,
RTS
never
to
mind.
everybody, kind of like how games such as World of Warcraft
They're kind of like
did
a
for
bald
MMOs
body, I think.
or
I don't. It's
Hearthstone
been a
did
long time
for
since I've
card
seen
games.
Ghost in the
Battle
Shell.
Aces is an action-packed army versus army game that has a high emphasis
Whoa,
on
wait a
strategy.
minute. It's a
We want to
real-time
bring this
strategy that's
type of
army
very
versus army?
specific RTS fun to
What?
players in 2 major ways. First, we want to amplify both the in and out of game strategizing through unit decks. And what makes unit decks very cool is not only will players be able to define the exact way that they wish to play, but also players will be able to experience an endless possibility of strategies.
Give me those gotchas. Oh, we're gonna make so much
we want
money.
to eliminate the tedious clicks required to play an RTS as much as possible, so that players playing this
Gotta be
game
honest, that's
are
not the most
experiencing
tedious
only
part
the
to
fun
me, but
parts of playing an RTS game. So, if you want to learn more about Battle Aces, or if you want to sign up for our beta test that's coming up very soon, then please make sure to visit
what's with
our
those fucking
website
eldritch
at
horrors coming out of nowhere?
playbattleaces.com. Thank you.
Thank you, David. That was fantastic. All right. Our next premiere unveils the exciting new destination for a game that shadow dropped at the Game Awards last year, the Finals, with its unparalleled destruction wrapped in the world's most deadly game show. Now, after dozens of updates and 2
yeah, I
seasons,
forgot
we're
about that
unveiling
one.
where contestants will be going in the all-new season starting next week on June 13th. Sharpen your katanas and welcome to Season 3 of the Finals.
Oh, they've had 2 seasons since then. Okay.
That reset button. It can take us anywhere.
Everybody seems very cool to just get right into it. It's another hero shooter. Yeah, I remember this being advertised. I remember this being a thing last year. It's just very fucking weird. I didn't think it was still running.
The Finals in Kyoto. All right. Please welcome multiple Game Awards winner and a dazzling Game Awards performer, if I do say so myself, Sam Lake from Remedy.
All right. Scooby-ba-da, scooty-ba-ba, scooty-ba. Okay, man.
I think that's enough. Thank you.
Okay.
You see, this is now the only way they let me come on stage to tell you something exciting news about Alan Wake 2.
All right. I never got into Alan Wake. I really
have
should.
Been posting your Remedy game collection pictures on your shelves with Alan Wake 2 so far digital only, sadly missing. Well, we are excited to announce physical deluxe editions.
Okay.
And physical collector's editions for Alan Wake 2 coming this fall. You can lock in your copy starting tomorrow.
I don't know how much I love
Next,
them. The announcement of,
promised
hey, I'm here to
you
tell you, you can give us
some
even
expansion
more money.
content for Alan Wake 2, right? I'm thrilled to introduce you all to Night Springs. It contains 3 episodes.
Did you license
with
the
3
Twilight Zone?
Familiar, fan-favorite playable characters in mysterious, terrifying, and quirky what-if scenarios. It was a chance for us to really go out there. as if we already didn't. Night Springs will be playable in less than 24 hours. Tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay.
Now, with this world premiere, I invite you to step into Night Springs.
Night Springs, a special place.
Oh, hey, it's that guy.
Space, existing in a countless number of parallel realities. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there. And
I've
yet,
seen him in a bunch of things, but I always just remember him as the guy from the End of Time in Doctor Who. There's not Idris Elba. This guy has very distinctive ears.
Please, my #1 fan, you're the only one who can save me.
And I will come back for you, my love.
And cut. Sean, I'm really happy.
This is gonna get strange.
David Harewood
I was
is the
only
actor.
one who could save the writer and the very soul of literature.
Okay. I kind of dig this.
Something was different.
Oh, he was the Martian Manhunter. All right. That's fun. Yeah, this actually is pretty rad. Granted, Alan Wake also is exceptionally popular, so
Wait, that's a real shotgun?
I actually dig this.
rabbit hole goes.
I dig this a lot.
Night Springs.
That's pretty cool. All right, all right.
Through the endless tides of time, they've come to these mythical shores, seeking mastery over death itself.
I recognize this song.
Beautiful paradise, where primal forces.
What is this fucking song?
Over the island's deepest secrets.
I don't think it's.
Where ancient mystery.
I don't think it's Mad World, is it?
Where heroes are forged. Demons are born. This is Eternum.
Okay. Applause.
That's right. New World.
This is
Eternal
Eternal.
will launch on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on October 15th. And now you can play the game start to finish as a solo player or play co-op and use.
Oh, is it a song from the Pixies?
If you're watching SGF on TikTok Live right now, you can comment HSR in the chat to
Or
claim
a song
special
called Pixies?
in-game bundle for Honkai Star Rail.
Song at the
and
end of
Stellar
Fight Club.
Jade
Oh,
from TikTok
okay.
Game Rewards.
Oh,
And
where in
speaking
my
of
mind
Honkai
is the
Star
song's
Rail,
name?
Hoyoverse's
Gotcha.
latest space fantasy RPG just concluded its version 2.3 special program a few hours ago. But there's more. A sneak peek at the upcoming expedition featuring a beloved character who is clearly ready for the forthcoming journey with her brand new look.
Bubsy the cat.
Why do people choose to sleep? It's because they're
To sleep?
afraid to wake up from the dream.
Oh, because sometimes you're just tired, man.
You see, everything is possible in this land of dreams.
Okay. I know nothing about this game. Or about the brand in general.
Nightmarish past will disperse and fade away like bubbles in water.
What was the name of the game that was? It was all about like music as like its theme for like RPG stuff. This would have been in the 2000s for sure. Very Atlasy music choices. Rhythm Night, maybe?
Why do people choose to slumber?
Because we get tired, goddammit.
Because in the end, we will wake from our dreams.
Rhythm Night. I don't know if that's. No, this would have been like a PlayStation kind of game or something. Tales of Sonata. Eternal Sonata sounds right. So I'm not paying attention to the thing. I know nothing about the brand, and the ad was kind of like whatever for me, but it looked fine. Eternal Sonata, I believe that is the one. Yeah. Oh, Harmonite. Yeah, Harmonite was the Game Freak one. Oh no! There art Smaug! I'm telling the truth, I'm a liar. Playing great music? The skeleton is bleeding, that's good. That's a good point. Vanquish, perish, go fish. Elvish. Meat dish. Kumish. Nintendo Switch. Dark and Darker.
There you have it, the unforgiving fantasy.
I don't know if I'm
FPS
thinking Rhapsody. I think
dungeon
Eternal Sonata was right, but that's an
PvE
interesting
adventure.
concept of like
Dark
having
and
actual
Darker
musical
is
numbers in
now
there too.
live on both Steam and Epic Games Store today. So play it this
All
weekend.
right.
All right. Lots of fans are joining us here in person at the YouTube Theater, and we thank you for that. And ahead of the show, 4 lucky fans were upgraded to our VIP section thanks to the Discover Orange Ticket upgrade. With Discover, you don't have to be a VIP to be treated like one. All right, now here's the announcement. Of the
Are those the
release
4
date
people,
for
or
Capcom's upcoming Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess.
Whoa. I think we saw an ad for this fairly recently. Ooh, I dig the like was it oh god, I'm gonna get it wrong. Mandala? 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 Like textures they're working with for those. I'm like iffy. I was doing good right up until here, but I'm a little iffier right now. I always get a little bit, I'm always a little turned off from a game if it's just like, and here's a big smushy monster. You're like, all right. Okay. I was gonna say, digging just the look of this already. I get like a big Fury vibe off of this, weirdly enough. I think it's just the color palette that's like going on there. Oh yeah, the Resident Evil VR game. Jeff took a spin on it and was like, I need like a minute here, guys. Watch out, there's a meteor. Oh, Hyperlight Breaker. Yeah. Not actually related to Hyperlight Drifter. Same company, but they're like, these are not related. Is this, Gang? Yeah, I was gonna say Gang Beasts. I'm gonna have a maybe controversial take here. I think what made Gang Beasts and similar just like grabby fighty stuff in the early days fun was the jank. I'm of the opinion that the jank actually made those games especially fun.
We know you may have heard the stories about the fine people
Oh,
here
hi.
at MCorp, so we wanted to take this time to dispel any of these completely unfounded rumors and allegations and reassure you that things here at MCorp and the city of San Amsterdam have never
San Amsterdam?
been better. Things are going great here. We have absolutely nothing to hide from the citizens. Everybody here at MCorp loves this town. We think this town rules. Why would we hurt a town that rules? I can't stop thinking about how you're saying we're selling the city for scraps. That makes me sick. That makes my whole family sick to their stomachs. My wife hasn't been on the toilet for weeks because of what you're saying about what MCorp's doing to this town, all those lies. Everyone at MCorp is really good.
Stop
All right.
crying, all right? This is business. Look around, pal. This is how businesses are run. Now, you should have known that when you were hired on, okay? Jack, tissues. Come on, pal. Ah! Come on, faster.
That's not about this. That's a
Like I dig Tim Robinson,
actually a home issue.
but like man, we're kind of rolling real long on this sketch.
And we are not going anywhere. We'll be here a long time. Fine. Nobody panic.
Okay. The Corp
All right,
website.
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest, and now let's head to Sam Vansterdam for a new look at Skate from EA.
Hey, Jeff, how you doing, bud? Oh, crap. Some really bad stuff's happening out there. They're gonna need a lot of help cleaning that up. That's bad.
Well, it explains why they had the money to drop several minutes of a sketch that didn't really get into the game at all until they came back from it. Pre-alpha. That's a shitload of money to drop on something that's in
Very exciting
pre-alpha.
that people will finally be able to play Skate on console in the near future. Our next world premiere is an indie sensation from Japan that is adorable, deadly, and has over 25 million players worldwide. That's right, I'm talking about Power World.
Oh boy.
I mean, just look at the giant.
Yeah, an
espresso.
indie sensation that was
Sure,
fully
buddy.
funded
Summer
by
Game
crypto
Fest.
shit.
Now, here's the first major update announcement. A whole new island is coming.
It looks exactly like insert other game here. Oh boy, let's see if we can name how many derivative things are in here. Oh hey look, it's oh my god, I've actually forgotten the Pokemon's name. That one looked like the big buggy guy. His name started with a G, Golisopod. That's a fairly unique looking one. New subspecies. Huh, we actually tried to make it look a little bit non-derivative in this one. Yeah, yokai as well. Yeah, I guess they are kind of taking the regional variance thing too. Oh hey, it's totally not inspired by Lunala at all. And definitely no Genshin Impact is worming its way in there either. Obviously doesn't look like a big bat bird situation like Lunala does, but definitely has a lot of the elements of Lunala in there.
Next up, we've got a big announcement from Valorant. Hey. Here's Andy Ho and Anar Gilfison from the Valorant dev team. Guys.
Stands for grand whatever.
Thanks,
I'd like to fuckerson.
Hey, everyone. Since 2020, we have been fortunate to serve players in their pursuit of what we call the Valorant moment. The big plays and clutches you make while all eyes are on
Delphox, thank you. Yes, that was I am so bad at remembering Delphox's name.
Have earned their own Valorant moments on PC, and today the stage
maybe
is
more
set
Cresselia. Yeah, I don't know. The very like galaxy palette moon thing definitely fits for both of them. All right.
Target down.
I'm gonna have a real Valorant moment as soon as we're done here. Headshot. Arena combat. Music's fine. Music's pretty decent. Oh man, she's a Mega Mams. I was gonna say it was giving me strong Overwatch vibes. Yeah, definitely a good bathroom break. We should be down to the last like 20-ish minutes at this point.
That was Valorant's core tactical gameplay.
Whoa.
Everything you just saw was captured on console and with a controller. Valorant
wow,
is coming
dang,
to
oh
PlayStation
shit.
5 and Xbox Series X and S this year.
You're telling
Our
me this is a
limited beta
video
starts
games?
June 14th, and you can sign up right now at beta.playvalorant.com.
We are so excited for your input to make sure that Valorant plays great on console. And we hope to see you soon in the limited beta. But before we go,
But not anywhere
here's
else.
the head of Valorant Studio, Anna Donlin.
Thanks,
And a
guys.
Dada DeVita.
Hey, everyone. One of my favorite things about Valorant has been seeing the community build the game and the sport.
They did
right
show actual
along with
gameplay,
us.
which is more than we can say for a
the
bunch
last
of
4
them.
years, we have been on the most amazing journey, bringing Valorant to players all around the world, most recently to China, where I'm currently
I was
at
gonna say,
Valorant
what is the
Masters,
backdrop
one of our
here?
largest global tournaments and community celebrations. Seeing the community evolve as new players bring their passion and expression to Valorant has been the biggest joy of the ride so far. And now we are ready and so excited to welcome a whole new group of players onto new platforms. We hope you'll join us, and we can't wait to see where you take us next.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's so many words at once. Okay. Oh, for Christ's sake.
So we just friends, I take no offense. Wanna know what's next? I can't lie, that kinda depends. And if you say it one more time for me, I know you love me best. I love you too. Why don't we play it again? 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 Why don't we play it again?
Oh, are we done? We're
Exciting
done?
to
Oh,
have Riot
sick.
on console with Valorant. Thanks to the team at Riot for sharing that with us here at SGF. Our next announcement is a
Cool.
big deal from our friends at DoorDash. 5 weeks of deals with Summer of Dash Pass. Sign up for Dash Pass now for
Okay.
$0 delivery fees and get 50% off your next DoorDash order. Now, here in the audience, we've got a guy who is normally co-streaming our shows, Yang Ya, who is also an amazing voice actor, who's been in countless games such as Like a Dragon and God of War Ragnarok. Well, next week, Yang is going to be voicing a character in a movie, Inside Out 2, where he plays a fictional video game character, Lance Slashblade. And we've got your exclusive first look at this
Why?
app.
Why are we giving a shit about...
Welcome to your eternal fate.
Slashblade? But he's a video game character. Why is he here?
Yeah, I always thought Riley had a secret crush on him.
I never saw the appeal.
I long to be a hero.
Why are we fucking...
Darkness haunts my past.
Why are we fucking doing this?
100%. We were all banished here, deemed unfit, worthless.
Don't you dare say that! You do not deserve to be thrown away!
1 second, Lance. Don't you remember his power move? I'm coming for you, Riley!
Oh yeah? What's this? Come on! No one is totally worthless.
But I am a warrior cursed with a feeble
What in the
attack.
fuck are we
You must make
doing?
your curse your gift.
Shield yourself, my friends, for I shall set you all free!
The #1 gaming monitor brand in the U.S., Samsung, just released new 2024 monitors for gaming.
What are we
work and
doing?
entertainment. Scan the QR code now to get up to $300 Samsung credit when you purchase through June 17th, plus a chance to win $5,000 Samsung credit for U.S. residents.
Summer Game Fest 2024! Look at all of you cooped up watching video game announcements. And yes, Chicken does look a lot like Ken Jeong. And today, Chicken is excited to share a new game that Chicken and Chicken's buddies are in called Squad Busters. You fight monsters, collect lots of shiny things, and Chicken has a big role. That's all that matters. And here is our big ad. Squad up. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
What's going on?
Oh, no. This ad is 3 minutes long. I've seen it. Please don't play the whole thing. Please do not play the entire ad. I'm begging you.
We're here to make your life more fun.
I'm fine. I drink right out of the carton.
I don't think you know the definition of fun.
Come on, get up. I am butt naked from the waist down.
no.
Get out of the f***ing bed, dude.
Get out of the bed.
Like, it's not a bad commercial, but, like, please, we're down to 13 minutes left, and we're about to spend a quarter of it on this.
Your swordplay, tell me about your swordplay.
He is a bridge.
He's one of the most equitable people I've ever met.
Great emotionally.
Also, I pillaged a few villages. I'm not a lawyer. Okay, I'm just a
I
lumberjack.
think you're qualified to be an accountant, so. Which is why you'll have the job.
Congratulations.
What's the parking like?
There's more where that came from.
Oh, I hope not.
They're doing the whole thing.
Guys, maybe
This is the
everything
whole
is
ad. See you in 2.5 minutes.
Just relax.
Again, it's not a bad ad. I don't want to shit all over it because the ad is actually pretty decent and involved, much more than I'm used to for like a mobile game ad. But like, this is just it's funny-ish the first time, and that's about it. Also, the pacing is horrible.
Look at these clowns.
You call this a squat?
Pathetic.
Pasta. Jinx. 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 No, you Jinx. You supposed to be a lumberjack?
Oh yeah, he actually said ahead of time there is not going to be a One More Thing entry in Summer Game Fest for this year. Summer Game Fest has a long way to go to replace E3 properly.
You can't leave.
We ain't never leaving you.
I think honestly, the show floor was a huge part of E3 that's being missed in a big way. And I think that some of the more like AA companies are still not really sold on Summer Game Fest. I don't know.
Do you want me to shut the door? Or?
This is how you remind me of what I really am.
All right, please join
Playing
me in
games
welcoming to the
in a
SGF
dark
stage,
room.
Monster Hunter series producer.
Not sleep because I'm
Mr.
up till
Ryozo
4 a.m.
Tsushimoto. Ryozo-san.
はい、サンキュージェーン。今日はですね、モンスターハンターワイルズの、最新の映像を持ってまいりました。今回ですね、はですね、
I mean, this Monster Hunter Wilds does look good, but as someone who hasn't gotten into Monster Hunter yet, it's kind of like, man, every single fucking event involves Monster Hunter at this point, and it does get a little exhausting to see the same content presented multiple times every year.
Everyone to be on the lookout for a very mysterious large monster near the end of the trailer.
Like, wasn't there Monster Hunter stuff in Sony State of Play also? And obviously, it's also going to turn up in the Nintendo Direct in some capacity as well, for at least the other one.
モンスターハンターワイルズは2025年にプレイステーション5、Xbox シリーズ XS、そして PC で同時発売となります。また今回はですね、プラットフォームの垣根を越えて一緒に遊ぶことができますので、そちらも楽しんでいただけたらと思っています。
As you'll see,
I would love a Star Force Legacy Collection, yeah. Battle Network Legacy Collection is now the second best-selling or third best-selling Mega Man game of all time. I think it is. I'm trying to remember if it is just below or has just passed Mega Man 2.
はい、最後になりますが、8月に行われるゲームズコンのオープニングナイトライブ、こちらの方でも新しい映像を持っていきますので、皆さん楽しみにしていただけたらと思っております。またですね、ゲームズコンではですね、初のプレイヤブルのできるような形で出展も考えておりますので、そちらもぜひ楽しみにしていただけたらと思っています。
Lastly, there will be a new trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds at Opening Night Live at Gamescom in August.
Mega Man 11 is at 1.9 million. Mega Man Legacy Collection, not Battle Network Legacy Collection, is at 1.6 million. Mega Man 2 is at 1.51. Where's Battle Network Legacy Collection? Oh, I might have... I'm a little confused now. They might have meant Battle Network Legacy Collection. Oh, no, they didn't. They mean the one in 2015. It just recently passed Mega Man 2, but it's also been sold multiple times now.
Why are you here? You can't do this alone. We need to shake them off. Follow me. Yeah.
All right.
Here it comes.
There's too many of them.
Watch out for that glove.
Glop.
I will draw a tire. Cover me.
You got it. Be careful.
Be ready.
You're going to have to be more specific, Jeff.
If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them.
Oops, sinkhole. Antlion. Glop. They call it a glop because that's what you do in your pants when you see one.
As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it.
Or this is its house.
Thank you.
Its mouth makes me uncomfortable.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Oops, she died. Oops, oops. Monster Hunter Wild/Milds. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Thank you, Ryozo-san. We will see you at Gamescom in August. Now, during last year's PlayStation Showcase, the game Phantom Blade Zero from S-Game wowed us all with its blazing fast combat and stylish art. Well, I'm honored to share with you the brand new trailer for the game featuring all real gameplay. Here's our final game of the show, Phantom Blade Zero.
Isn't it awesome that we can go years in a row of seeing the same games being advertised again and again before actually getting released? I love it. My favorite thing is games that take endless development time, and we see trailers for them forever. Kind of getting Sekiro vibes from this.
Go up there. Turn back before it's too late.
I'm sorry, did someone lynch a horse? Are we just skipping past that? Are we not going to talk about the how hung that horse was? That's not what hung like a horse means. Was it a Sonic game? Oh, Sonic X Shadow Generations. The one that we yeah, that horse was hung like a man. There we go. There's the joke. Yeah, 6-7 year dev cycles are frankly like obliterating the industry in so many ways right now. "2024 World Tour Demo." Okay, when is it coming out? What decade will this game be coming out?
That looks so good. Full demo that media will be playing this weekend, so you'll hear much more about that. And that's going to do it for our Summer Game Fest live show. Thanks to Joy for joining us.
I would say the first half of this show was a lot better than the second.
An amazing time. Happy Summer Game Fest, everyone.
Thanks, Joy. And we have so much more, so stay tuned.
Still better than Sony State of Play. Sony State of Play was bad.
Featuring an hour of indie game reveals, including the next game from Cappy, and that's followed by Devolver Direct. Now keep checking SummerGameFest.com for other event streams this weekend, and we'll see you again live this August 20th in Germany for Gamescom Opening Night Live. Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, Day of the Dev starts right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired of getting reveals for games that we're not seeing for at least half a decade. It's like, sorry, man, I don't give a shit. Tease me when the game is close enough that you can reasonably do like pre-orders and shit. I really don't want like, hey, here's a game we're working on. See you in 7 years. And it's like, ugh. And Nintendo actually took one step further in that by announcing, oh god, all right, we're gonna go ahead and bounce off of that. Nintendo actually went one step further with it and was like, hey, we were working on a game and we actually had to start it over. So just so you know, we are working on it, but we're back to square one. So it'll be a while. And it was with a highly anticipated game. Metroid Prime 4 is one that people have been like dying for like 20 years now. But so, yeah, I appreciated that they, maybe not 20, like 15 or so, but I appreciate that they actually came out and were like, hey, we're kind of starting over on this, but we felt like it would be good to let you know that. Yeah, Nintendo also benefits from being a first-party developer themselves with a bunch of second-party developers in-house, because it means that they can produce a lot more and enough for them to be able to only focus on a handful of months away and be able to kind of follow through on that. This was an okay show. There were a couple games more in the early half than the back half, than the second half that I was particularly interested in. I would have to like sit and look through a list again to really like whittle it down, but some interesting games in there. There's definitely some good stuff. I know that it's all personal preference. RTSs really don't do it for me. High fantasy doesn't usually do it for me. Some action RPGs just kind of roll off me as well. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. The pacing was a little bit. It needed a little bit of work. I think as what the second E3 stopped last year, didn't it? Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, I think as this would be the year that one would hope for it to kind of feel more like, I think I would agree that the games that they announced were generally fine. I think the order was weird. They definitely didn't pace it very well. It wasn't structured very well in terms of like the blending of big and small and kind of building over time. I think one of the I guess in some ways, they want to make sure that they've got big enough reveals spread out across it so that someone can tune in for 10 minutes and have a decent chance of seeing something big. But like, I don't know. Yeah, it's again, it's better than Sony's State of Play. There are games that were in there that I do expect I will buy. And some of them might even get played on the channel. There's a couple that were interesting there too. But yeah, I feel like, I don't know. There was something missing, and I don't entirely know what it was. And it's not just like it's not just kind of the empty hype. Like I don't miss like the Booth Babes era of like E3 and all that shit. And I definitely do not give a shit about celebrity cameos on stage. Even Keanu Reeves is just, and like at least he had a reason to be there because of Cyberpunk, but like the celebrity cameo shit I don't miss at all. Something is just a little missing, and I don't it's gonna bug me till I kind of figure out what's missing. But yeah, there was no like show-stopping reveal. That might have had something to do with it there. There were a few too many. Here's a game that already exists. Here's some more stuff for it. Yeah, I think by virtue of not having like at least one big like holy shit world premiere, like it just kind of, it felt a little flat. There was stuff in there that I liked. Again, more in the first half than the second half. But yeah, something just didn't quite get me there. I don't know. There were some very pretty games in there that I was very down for. I don't know. Anytime I just see like a big beige monster that looks like it's made out of mud, I'm just kind of like, all right, I'm checked out. I'm curious what Nintendo's going to have in their Nintendo Direct. They've said so it's a little bit later into the year than we usually get one from them. I guess that's not entirely. Yeah, I feel like May and June they tend to try to have something on the earlier side with that, but Nintendo's gonna have a big holiday game, I think. Yeah, I think they usually are pretty good about having at least one major release every 6 months for the like major first party release or first party IP release every 6 months over the course of the console. They had Breath of the Wild right at the beginning. I think they followed that up with Super Mario Odyssey. I forget if Kirby and the Forgotten Land was right after that. They obviously had Pokemon every they had something Pokemon. This will actually be the first holiday that they're not going to have a Pokemon game in a long time. They've had some kind of Pokemon release every November for like 20 years. But that's the thing. Yeah, they're probably planning out a pretty intense Switch 2 launch window. We've obviously got Pokemon Legends ZA. That's going to be 1,000-Year Door. I mean, yes, but it's hard to gauge when it's a remake. Same thing with Super Mario RPG. When it's a flat-out remake, it's kind of harder to gauge it as a big release. And I say that including stuff like Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, where it is also a remake of the original with a few tweaks. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see Metroid Prime 4 on the Switch 1. I think that's going to be a Switch 2 release. A trading card game. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that there was some trading card game situation going on. It'd be nice to see another 3D Mario game before we're done with the Switch, but at this point, they may as well wait for the Switch 2. Yeah, GameCube remakes have suddenly been hot. That's pretty cool too. Yeah, we got Luigi's Mansion. I don't know if that was a remake or just kind of a cleaned up port, but 1,000-Year Door, Paper Mario's N64, but still. I don't think they're going to re-release Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD on the Switch. I think this late in the game, they're probably not going to bother with that. But I do hope that they do an HD remake, an HD collection for Zelda on the Switch 2. Like, I don't think it's going to be a singular sale. I think it's going to be all separate, but Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and Skyward Sword HD on the Switch 2 I think would be a big thing. They're never going to release them all in a collection. They've done I think exactly 2 things that would qualify as a collection. One of them being A Link to the Past 4 Swords on Game Boy Advance. Which is essentially more like how they did the Mario and Luigi remakes, where they added a mode to it. And I guess the other one would be like the Ocarina of Time Master Quest disc thing they did with Wind Waker, where it's already done and waiting an opportune time for release. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all, but. Yeah, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are both Ocarina sequels. Honestly, well, yes and no. Twilight Princess is a strictly speaking a sequel. It is both a sequel to Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, but it is following Ocarina of Time for sure. I would love if they're gonna. What I would honestly kind of love is if they did. I don't know what the likelihood of it would be, but tidy up. They'd have to tweak the mechanics of it, but release the 3DS Ocarina and Majora games on the Switch as well. Like, just nice cleaned up versions of the N64 games. Then we'll have essentially every 3D Zelda game playable on the Switch /Switch 2. Yeah, I mean, literally, the Hero of Time is in Twilight Princess as the hero Shade. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the Nintendo Direct coming later this month. The Xbox Showcase is on Sunday. We'll do a stream for that as well. I don't know how long that one's supposed to be. I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, that's true. Yeah, Zelda movie is going to be a thing. I really got to I was working for a long time on my own, like, it's more of a writing exercise than anything, but I was working on a screenplay for like for essentially a Zelda movie that borrowed from a bunch of pieces of lore. I really got to finish that one of these days. Yeah, I don't know, like, I'm curious to see. I almost hope that it's a fully original concept, just because I feel like everyone and their mother does Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask as the basis for their Zelda short films and things. So I would love to see something that's a little bit more original, but I don't know. I say this as someone who my Zelda screenplay is essentially based on the NES game, specifically to not write it based off of A Link to the Past or Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I'm not going to do the Call of Duty presentation. There's no point in doing that, but I am hoping Xbox has something interesting going on. We get Xbox on Sunday. We have Yacht Club Games. I might do a thing for that. It's next Friday. Depending on the timing, I might not be able to, because we're having a little planning sesh with Shad and Zykrol and so on for the Ocarina of Time multi-world randomizer that we're going to be doing starting a week and a half from now. And then, yeah, sometime in the mix is going to be Nintendo Direct. I'll be ready for it, but they tend to announce them with not a ton of headway, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I think that's going to be it for me here. Interesting lineup. I think Summer Game Fest has some room to grow still, and just programming in general needs a couple tweaks, I think. But I would love to hear what you guys think are the best and worst entries that we saw today in the comments. And I'm going to get out of here. Have a good one, and bye.